Hello everyone, just testing the audio. Sounds like it's working well. Alright, hey everyone, so this is the beginning, well, we had some technical difficulties, so this is a couple minutes into top 8 at Origins Nationals, and we're watching on the right is Derek Tokaz, versus on the left is Bryan England. On the left side of the board, you can see Bryan is running Dengar Manaru. Manaru is the ship furthest on the left. Dengar, the painted Dengar at the bottom right is also Bryan's, versus Derek's YV666 with the big Go to Church logo on it is a fatter party bus, basically. So it's Dengar 4-LOM Zuckuss crew on a Bossk with concussion missiles and guidance chips. And he's also running, I want to say it's Manaru, but it might be Tel. Let me double check. And it is Tel as the top right jump master there. Just a quick game state. About 3 shields off Zuckuss. Bossk has lost his shields. I'm assuming the Manaru on the left is at full health, and the Manaru at the top right is also at full health. Bryan's list has been making a bit of a splash. There's been a few variations on it today, but the general gist is Manaru stays in the corner, sets up for shield regen with Gonk, and just passes tokens over to Dengar. How's it going? While Dengar does the brunt of the damage, he stays out on his own, takes revenge shots on people with his free focus target lock he gets. Generally, the Dengars have been running things like Lone Wolf, one torpedo, just to put the fear of God in them, so they can't just stand in front of your arc. As well as Lone Wolf, or I want to say I saw a crack shot, but most of them have been Lone Wolf. The title, of course, countermeasures on a couple, which has been interesting. And there's actually been all sorts of party buses. My last round of is also that. So actually, I never even introduced myself. So hey, everybody, no one knows who I am. I'm a random guy from North Carolina named Chris Allen. Just happened to bring up recording equipment, and there was no stream. And I've just been joined by
Zach Matthews from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
How's it going, Zach?
I'd rather be playing.
Yeah, I know the feeling. But you know, for us mere mortals, we can spectate the top 8. We got to keep our voices down a little bit, just so you know. I don't want them to catch anything. But you can. This line here is you can. If you talk and that starts moving, you'll know. You'll pick it up.
Okay.
Though there's going to be a lot of background noise. But yeah, so I was just going over the general game state. Is Dengar's lost about 3 shields.
Okay.
Bossk is out of shields entirely. Manaroos are untouched. And this is actually Tell at the top right, not Manaroo. Though both Manaroo and Tell are built kind of like you'd see a Jumpmaster. Tell has a hull upgrade, feedback array, I want to say push, the pain bot, and the Manaroo's built almost exactly the same way. Also Gonk crew. They both have Gonk crew. Manaroo and Tell both have Gonk. Manaroo's running push, I want to say engine upgrade, Gonk, pain bot, feedback array.
Yeah, that's the Ohio build that we've been seeing a lot.
Yeah, it's been doing really well today. I've been rooming with Richard, Sue, and oh god, I'm so bad at names. Daniel Pope and Jonathan Grasser, and those guys. We've been talking all day about how to beat this list.
The one thing that jumped out at me is I played one yesterday. Manaroo's lack of offense is kind of. It's a super support ship that's half your list.
Which, I mean, you can see Bryan's got it all the way on the left side of the board. He's just trying to keep it the hell out of there. He doesn't want anything to do with any of the action. I'm just going to pass actions with Dengar.
The feedback array is a great trick against aces that it has.
Yeah, I brought Palp aces today. One of my losses yesterday was to a variation of this list. And, you know, I tried to burn Manaroo as fast as I could, but it just wasn't fast enough.
I think you need to ignore Manaroo and pour on
Dengar.
Yeah, you got to try and make sure you're out of arc.
Yep.
But Dengar is such a large percentage of that list offense that, you know, even with Manaroo's support, like, you know, you were playing Palp aces, I was playing Imperial Ales. Most lists, you know, the majority of their ships can one-on-one that Manaroo because it's a 2-dice turret.
Right.
And yeah, it can push the limit for, you know, focus target lock or boost, but...
Actually, I forgot this Manaroo. The Manaroo I played had plasma torps and extra munitions on it, so it's scary. And feedback array, so it's like there's no good escaping.
Strangely skewed that, and plasma torps were on.
Dengar had proton torps on mine.
Are you sure about that? Like,
yeah, I mean, well, mine also had a 4-point bid, so I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
How'd you finish today, by the way?
I lost both my games. I came in today 4-1.
Yeah, lost both.
Yeah, my first one I lost. Just my opponent made a great move to get a shot on Karner, and he rolled a hit crit, and I lost Karner to. I rolled all blanks, spent my evade token, spent my Palp. It was a major explosion into a direct hit,
it
was downhill from there. And then my second game is the one I'm actually kicking myself on. Yeah, my first game was against Preston, who's playing right now. He's super good.
Like fantastic results. Like he top forward at Steel, and he didn't even finish. He had to drop. He top forward, and then he got second in the Durham Regional. And I know he's done other things well. It's just those are the ones I know off the top of my head. And it's always apparently he mixed things up today, but it's always like Oiken Whisper, and that's what he does.
He really knows.
Palpatine, Usain Assard?
Rebel Captain.
Okay,
today.
He swapped it off to Rebel Captain.
Yeah. And I assume that got him Intel Agent then on Whisper.
Yeah, he had no crew before. Yeah, he lost some bids before that he wasn't happy about.
Yep.
So I guess that's why they swap out. And Intelligence Agent on Whisper is dumb.
My second game was against a Vader Decimator, and this is one I'm going to kick myself on forever because I actually have a game plan for that.
Yeah, wait, was this? I might have played this guy on the day before.
Vader and Palp on the same one?
Vader, Palp, Wampa, Soontir. Yep. I landed 2 crits on that Soontir as the last ship on the board. Blinded pilot and thrust control fire. I was like, oh, I hate my life.
Yeah.
And then I lost because I was Inquisitor on Soontir. I was like, oh,
I rolled a hit crit against his stress Wampa.
Yep.
And he evaded out of it.
Oh no.
And then he chased on my Wampa and my shuttle, but I ran with
Wampa
Karner
immediately. Was your game plan to murk Wampa immediately?
No, actually, my game plan was to get as much damage on the Decimator to shut down his gunner.
Yeah.
Because I felt like Omega
Leader.
Oh,
that would have gunner on it?
Or not his gunner, or Vader.
Yeah.
Normally they do, but to shut down his Vader, because I felt like Omega Leader could beat anything else in his list.
It looks like that that was out of arc for the torpedo there, so no torpedo on to Tell here.
But yeah, I felt like I had to pound on his decimator with Karner, and instead I ran with Karner. Like, my brain and my hands did different things.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the one I'll kick.
That's what happens on, like, round 7 of Swiss, though.
Yep.
I had a lucky year. I was 3-2 yesterday, like, oh, I guess I'll come play for fun. But then had 2 good wins and got some Connor nets. I was happy about that.
Yeah, I couldn't pull out any. So I love that that's countermeasures that they're playing.
Yeah,
and
that's what's on the board
really
there.
cool,
Okay.
really obscure card. That's a great meta call. Because not only
I mean, what else? Like, one, you don't need a mod slot. I mean, you could take guidance chips for the Torp, I guess. But,
well, engine, because you're PS9.
Well, this is the perma-stress thing. I think this, I want to double check, but I think it's Zuckuss crew.
Yeah.
Here's your pen. So it's Zuckuss crew. So I mean, like when I played this, we just gave up on. We had a pile of 25 stress because we both got 3 debris. The 3 big debris. And he's just flying over and doesn't care at all. Oh, so Bossk goes down. So takes a shot in Dengar's arc at Dengar and gets the counter shot back at him. It looks like. So now I should have double checked Dengar's health, but this is looking bad for Derek unless Dengar is low. Dengar has a hit on him.
It looks like he does have shield tokens.
Sorry? On Dengar? So this right here, this Dengar, right? That's what I'm looking at.
Derek's, yeah.
Well, Derek's his tell.
Oh yeah, Derek's his tell.
So he's 2 health there, and Dengar's at 1 damage. It looks like.
Down, yep.
So 4 hull left there. I know there's some munitions on this tell. I don't remember what they are. Are there? I assume there are for this list to make sense on points. No. Okay. So yeah, sorry we don't have the listener or anything in front of us. That was having horrible camera problems just getting signal to a table that's not right next to the guys. So this is looking rough for Derek.
Yeah, it's definitely in bad shape here.
So Dengar lost his shields. Bossk shot him at range 1 and did 1 damage. That's brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 dice though, and
yeah, that's the one where you feel like
looks like he's got lone wolf rerolls there and a focus. He'll do it.
Yep.
And countermeasures. So no target lock.
Yeah, and then countermeasures gives extra agility.
Yeah, up 1 agility drops the target. All target locks are 1? I don't know. Nobody uses countermeasures. It's 1.
Yeah. No, that's and credit to those Ohio guys because they were the ones who came up with anti-pursuit lasers last year, which
made the card themselves.
Well,
yeah, started dropping it on things.
They were the ones who put it on Dash at Gen Con last year, and I mean that was such a huge play for them because it gave Dash an answer to Sunter.
Yep. I've lost many a Sunter fell to the Lone Wolf Recon Spec Dash. Feels bad every time.
I'm actually surprised we haven't seen more of that just in the Palp-based meta. I thought we'd see anti-pursuit lasers all over because it gets around Palp.
There's been I saw a couple anti-pursuit. I think I saw an ion projector as well, but I don't see any of that in the cut.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, that's why I'm watching and not playing. But I'm just wrong.
No, I mean, that's also a big meta call. How's it going?
Not too shabby. I bet you the next thing he's going to do is move his ship.
Are you sure?
Seems like a good
so
plan.
I think there's going to be another bold prediction, but I think you want to kill your opponent's ship. So usually, you want to get
points are important. I'm told.
I didn't have room in the bag for the telestrator, but we were going to draw all over the screen, this guy's going to move here, kill ships, and just straight up John Madden it. It's so hard to draw straight lines on that thing, but I need another monitor to use it, and the actual telestrator's like this big. And TSA already gave me a hard enough time. I don't need any more.
Where'd you travel from? You said North Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina.
You flew down?
Flew up, flew down.
Drove down 8 hours, played this guy round 1, who I drove with.
Of course, that's how it always works. This is how it always works.
Yeah, me and him, if we drive more than 3 hours, we play each other. It's just FFG rules now.
It's the FFG guys that do it. They're all jerks.
Alex Davey actually confirmed at Worlds a personal hatred of me.
So what do you guys think of the prevalence of the jump masters? I think that's kind of the thought on everybody's mind right now coming out of today is how
I mean,
there's certainly some variety between either triple scouts or Dengar.
I mean, it's a kit ship that it's like the Decimator for Imperials. It's a kit ship that gives them a lot of options. There was already a push towards moving generics kind of out of the meta. You're basically everything Rebels fly for the most part. And part of it was just, I mean, it's a natural pendulum between aces and generics. And, when the game started, it was towards generics. and then it moved heavily towards aces, and then there was a really good middle ground, I thought, for a while around end of wave 6, start of wave 7, and we sort of pushed back towards hyper efficient aces. So
and it's kind of interesting to see, especially with the next wave coming out. I mean, I know it hasn't all been fully spoiled yet, but do you think the prevalence of the Jump Master is going to last through Gen Con, for example, or even into Worlds?
I think it'll last through Gen Con.
It's a hyper efficient jousting ship. It's the best jousting ship right now.
Even better than the Brobots?
I mean, the only other competitor is a Crack Swarm for jousting
a Brobot
efficiency.
versus a Jump Master, you have 14 points more on the Brobot.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Like one-on-one, I take the Brobot, but 3 versus 2, I think I'll take the Jump Master.
Definitely.
Yeah, especially because the extra body lets you block. So, and it's a big body with that barrel roll, so there's a lot of area.
You can cover and a lot of maneuvering.
I mean, look at Ryan Fleming, Hof.
For sure.
I mean, that was his thing is, a lot of people are sort of drawn to the Jump Masters because they think they can just push them forward and do these 4 dice torpedoes.
1 dice straight and kill everything, but it's not that easy.
But
it really isn't.
I mean, and you can get somewhere with it, but I mean, in the hands of a great player like him, the ability to block and just deny area
is massive.
Yeah.
It truly is. And it's interesting to see how spread throughout the Jump Masters were in the rankings too.
Yeah.
So it definitely, there's definitely an element of player skill, like you're saying, that plays into that.
Yeah.
It's not like you bring 3 Jump Masters. Oh, you made the top 8. Congratulations! Yeah.
Right.
Definitely not that simple. Definitely not. That simple.
There were a couple other. I saw some Y-wings loaded out.
There were some heavy-duty Y-wings.
Yeah,
we had a couple
Cavill with Jump Master. I played one last round. I was like, oh my god, what do I do against this?
It was
a dorsal turret. I can't get into range 1 behind. It will just murder me.
I'm really pleased that we saw the variety of swarms that we did, and that they did as well as we did. There were a couple of Z95 swarms. We had a couple of interesting TIE swarms, both old and new school.
The missiles.
State your name, by the way, just so everyone who knows who you are.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ty Volpo. I've been helping out judging the X-Wing tournaments here the past couple of days. Shout out to everybody.
What's the crew card in your badge?
Oh, the crew card. This is what we're giving out for the Epic tournament we're about to
Oh,
fire.
cool.
Targeting coordinator. Nice
That's
little
awesome.
alternate art there.
Oh man, I'm sad I
the
couldn't
Epic
go.
prizes, by the way, are sweet. I'm not playing in the Epic tournament. I wish I was.
It's really nice. We've got the acrylic range finders and movement templates there. We've got the energy tokens that are looking really nice.
No derp face pilots.
No derp face pilots this time. No no hotline Bossk.
Was it Worlds last year that had the Raider and the Corvette?
Yes,
They're
I believe
so.
so.
Good?
Yep. I believe so.
I've seen those around. They're looking good.
It's kind of been interesting speculating too, because we got 3PO as a promo this year for various different tournaments. So everybody's kind of hoping quietly maybe we'll get the Emperor.
The one that I was really advocating for forever, because I thought it was a great opportunity before Wave 8, was a Rebel-themed tactician.
Ooh, yeah.
So then you don't have to buy 2 or 3 Phantoms if you want to play multiple tacticians, like Aaron Bonner's list, or traditional Panic Attack, or deviations of it.
Right on.
And it's an Imperial card in the original, so it'd be great to see a
keep it in the
Rebel
Imperial hands. Keep it out of the terrorist hands.
Right.
Scum can bring it, I guess. That's fine.
You're one of those.
One of those.
Yeah.
I brought Palpaces today. I have to stay in character.
Now the real question that I'll leave you with is, what are they going to do for a Scum huge ship?
Yeah.
Oh,
Alex Davey has pretty much confirmed that it'll happen. So the way I justify to myself running Imperial
Sorry,
Ales,
we missed Bossk dying.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I gotta go check hole and things.
We're bad commentators. We're sorry, internet.
Yeah, they need to fire us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
No, we're not even good at watching X-Men. But the way I justify playing...
hey, if FFG wants to come talk to us, I'll come talk to FFG.
The way I justify playing an Imperialist is I told myself I was actually just playing Wraith Squadron.
No, Palpatine did nothing wrong. It's fine. Don't listen to the rebel propaganda. Alderaan shot first.
It's the Dick Cheney 1% doctrine.
Yep.
There was a 1% chance that Alderaan could be making super weapons.
Yeah, no. We got to take it out. We got to take it out. Well, I mean, they shot first. We all saw it. Unless you watch the edited special edition George Lucas version, trying to bring sympathy to the rebel cause. But
You mean the original cut of the movie?
No.
Okay.
That's what they want you to think, sir. So Manaru is down, has flechette torpedoes, no extra munitions that I saw. And Tell has punishing 1, 2 shields, and they both have Gonk, so we might never actually see an end of this game.
Oh man. Which does mean that the points would favor Derek at this point.
Yes, especially since he can die and come back with Tell.
Yeah.
Die, come back, and run around with Gonk and never die. So if he can get Manaru to half health, he's in very good shape.
Gonk reset when
No, you keep all the shields you have banked.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's... And I know from talking to Derek about past games, he is conscientious of the points right now.
Oh yeah, I watched him not kill a ship in Swiss that he could have killed, solely to go around and regen and lose half points on Tell and come back and then kill it. It didn't work out. He got like dinked for 1 damage at range and was like, all right, I can't. It's too risky to keep doing this. I'm just going to win the game. But I mean, he's on the mark with MOV. He knows his tournament. I mean, obviously he does. He's in the top 8, but of a brutal tournament, my God.
Yeah, the advantage is definitely his right now, courtesy of the Punisher Zone title.
Oh yeah, because the Flechette torpedoes is kind of like, who cares? It's 1 3-die attack in arc, whatever. And there's no guidance chips even on Manaru, so whatever. They both have pain bots, so that might actually be... Oh, it's R5P8, which is, 3 in 8 chance of dealing a damage to your opponent when they attack you, and...
1/8.
Yeah, 1 in 8 of doing both.
Now, have you discussed Derek's credentials yet?
Derek's credentials? Yeah, it turns out getting 10th place isn't good enough.
He was the 10th place at Roanoke.
Yep. Oh, that was such a great time at Roanoke.
He has asked that if you feel sympathy or you're upset, you should buy him alcohol.
Yeah, tequila. The salty
He
salty
preferred tequila. I bought him a beer. So I'm just going to go in the Buy Derek Tokaz alcohol campaign again. We've raised almost $50 in alcohol for him so far.
Who was it? Scummanville, he bought him some tequila.
Yeah, now...
I owe him some. He actually came and helped us announce the Durham Regional. He did,
Okay.
Because I beat him round 1. Suck it, Derek. And he had a rough round 2. So he dropped, and then he just did commentary for the stream up until the cut. And he's like, yeah, I'll take care of that for you, which was super appreciated. So what I'm saying is I'm better than Derek Tokaz.
Okay. Well, we're still buying him beer.
Yes.
The way I figure is a set of regional dice is going for about $200.
Yep.
So I think $200 is our funding goal for alcohol for Derek.
$200 of tequila. But seriously though, actually I don't. No. He runs. If you're on Reddit, every couple days. I don't even know how he does all this data so quickly. He posts like a meta report for the Nova area.
That's
what's it called?
Impressive.
It's not such a bad pilot.
Not such a bad pilot.
That's it. That's him. That's Derek.
And that. All jokes aside, it's actually really impressive data gathering. It's a great list breakdown. Two of the things that I find particularly appealing. I'm historically a control player at X-Wing, so I do like
filthy
his
rebel
control.
scum.
Well, and PAL bases or a-holes now too. But the other thing that's really interesting, if you're thinking about bringing aces, he breaks down the percentage of highest pilot skill.
Yeah, with the point bid. Yeah, those charts were really helpful coming here today. I was like, 1 point with Fel might actually be enough. Let's give it a shot,
So
and it actually worked out.
If you're suffering yourself from some what D. Yoon calls initiative paranoia, or maybe it was Dallas Parker.
Somebody down there, one of those disgusting Minox.
Hey, Dallas is all right outside of spilling my beer at Worlds.
I haven't seen any of them here. Are they here? It's a serious trip. But I mean, once you hit a plane, it's already a serious trip. So.
Well, anywhere in and out of California is a serious trip.
So. I'm going to drop so many counter nets with people on Deathfire. I'm going to lose anyways, but it's going to be sweet.
Oh, man. So, Deathfire is actually a sneaky good ship.
Oh, yeah. You put concussion missiles, guidance chips, counter net, extra munitions.
Load them up
27 points.
Counter net extra munitions, and he's what, 23?
Yeah, 23.
And you've got this nasty
he's PS3, so you simultaneous fire with U-boats, as long as you don't get a blinded pilot or whatever.
Yep.
And you can give him long-range scanners. Sorry?
Predator immune.
Yep. PS3. Not Dengar immune, sadly.
Yeah.
Are there any ships that are immune to both?
Any generic PS4. Dagger Squadron, Gray Squadron.
Yeah, duh.
No
ship's better. Gonna edit that one out. I'm not bad at X-Men, guys, I promise.
I am bad, I promise.
Yeah, I don't know Bryan England too well, but Derek I've run into a couple times. I wish I could plug his stuff more.
People know the name. I can't say I know him, but I have not been up on my research as of late this year.
Yeah. Let me check how much time's left in the run. I'm trying to see if Bryan is going to run the, like I'm just going to run to time strategy. I got it.
So the players are setting dials, so it looks like we're not. There was one feedback out of that exchange.
So there are 41 minutes left. So the run around and try to regen and not shoot to not get hit by the paintbot strategy is probably not going to work out with that much time left. So Derek now has the upper hand. These one-turn barrel roll and these U-boats are, it's really hard to block because you have to do like a 3-bank barrel roll in front of them, but a one-turn on a big ship barely moves you. Which means that there's going to be a whole lot of shots here. And Derek's taking gonna go gonk it up for a while.
Well, and again, he's got the higher points on Tell.
Yep.
He's got.
And his shot here is 3 dice versus 2. Yep, push focus. Probably, I assume gonk was the other action there. Yep, there's the range 2 shot. Also, I want to say thanks to Derek and Bryan for not minding being recorded. It puts a lot of extra pressure on the game that you don't always want, or you don't want people to steal your opener, whatever. Not steal your opener,
that's one of the fascinating things about X-Wing right now is because we're recording, we're streaming. You can watch tape on people.
Yeah.
If
I will wholeheartedly admit that I went and watched a bunch of Duncan and Jeremy Howard's game to learn how to play PAL bases. Like I watched those and then just played with people locally a whole bunch. Asked them some questions when I got here. I was like, hey, I saw you doing this. Can you tell me why? And they're like, yeah, this is why. And I was like, all right, fantastic.
Duncan and Jeremy, too, they're both really willing to talk and really willing to help people in person. They don't have the best internet rep, and I keep yelling at them because they do nothing to help themselves.
I think if I were in their position, I just let myself be the bad guy. It's too funny to not just let go. We were talking about putting some pictures together of them together, like the master and the apprentice. Now Jeremy's the apprentice. He's not happy about that, but...
Well, actually, it's funny because last year at Worlds, I talked to Jeremy, and I've known Jeremy for a while now when he started traveling last year. And last year at Worlds, I was talking to him, I was like, oh, how'd you settle on those 2 aces? And he said, well, my brother's actually, something to the effect, he was like, my brother's actually the smarter one. This was his thought process.
Yep.
And Jeremy's like, and I just play it. So, yeah, Duncan is a force. If one of the top 4 players in the world says he's the smarter one.
Yep. Put some fear in your heart.
Yep.
I didn't hit him in Swiss, was very happy about either of them. I don't want to play the mirror in the game that they've practiced all day. I'm sorry, I have to go compliment someone's shirt. I'll be right back.
Speaking of the mirror, way down at the end, so I don't have a good look at it, Duncan Howard and Ron Brandon are playing an exact mirror match. Ron Brandon won the roll and gave the initiative over to Duncan. So Ron is reacting in that one. I have not seen an update as to how it's going.
Actually, during this regen Gonk Fest that's going to be happening for a little bit, I'm going to walk down these tables and get us some updates on these other games.
While he does, I just want to comment on how incredibly tall Jeff Burling is in person. I had suspected he was tall, but he's very tall. Bryan's moving to open space. deciding on his actions.
So before I forget, so we're watching this game. Next to it, Jeff looks to have taken the game over Daniel Pope. Preston seems to be, he's playing against Gene, and I've already forgotten the last name, so my apologies. Preston looks like he has the advantage. I see a Decimator and Whisper still on the table and like 3 dead FOs, so not where you want to be. And the exact mirror match of Ron Brannon and Duncan Howard. Both shells are dead. Duncan's Inquisitor has lost his shield, and everything else is full on the board. But I say that, I just saw Sinkerfell barrel roll and push focus in front at range 1 of Duncan's Inquisitor, so by the time I get over there, he might have some more of those regional championship shield tokens off the board.
I'm really disappointed in Ron because he said he was going to knock them off the table and smash them for every point of damage he did.
Yeah, and he didn't.
He did that first point while I was over there, and he simply allowed Duncan to move it off.
That's very generous of him, really. What he should have done is smash it on, or pulled out his and sword fought with him, and then the better regional winner gets it.
A higher quality material.
Yep. So I take it all I missed was some moving and gonking.
Yep.
Alright. Oh, Jimmy John's, that's a great idea. How long did it take to get delivered? Oh.
They only have one delivery guy because everyone else called out.
That's hilarious.
Normally it's super fast.
Yep. Now it's just freaky, not freaky fast. So yep, you can see Derek. Actually, wait, that's no, he's barrel rolling Bryan's ship for him. I was like, wait, they switched places while I was gone. You can see there's some serious shield regen happening. This may be the single 40 most boring minutes of X-Wing we may see in our lives. These are not the 2 ships for an exciting game that we want to be left last on the table.
I wouldn't quite say the most boring. I do recall that the World's Han off of Paul's
before
Han
my
against
time.
Ira's Han. Oh, yeah, so during the height of the Phantom meta.
Yeah, you mean the Fat Han meta that
really
Whisper
was the Fat
created,
Han.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that everyone said, oh no, the Fat Hans are here because of Whisper, and then they nerf Whisper and the Fat Hans didn't go anywhere. But yeah, Paul Heaver's C-3PO R2-D2 Han faced off against Ira's C-3PO Gunner Han.
Yep.
So it was just a
That's
slow
a whole lot of
win
not
for Paul, who could cancel 3 damage a turn.
Yep.
And Ira, who could only cancel 2.
Yep.
And that was broadcast, and Paul said he felt sorry. And I'm sorry if I misquote you, Paul. Maybe it was someone else, but I thought it was you. Said he felt sorry for everyone who had to watch that.
It's like before the ID rule was around. The top round, like when the top
I think
game
was a top cut game too, so they couldn't even. Yeah, they were forced to play.
I just mean so the last round of Swiss, like both people have made it, and you don't want to like give away all your strategy to your opponent in the Swiss game. It doesn't matter. So you both just kind of joust each other, and it's whatever. But those are always the games that would get streamed and everything before. So it's like, all right, let's watch this really high level game between
So
I don't know whoever, and then it's just like 6 TIE fighters jousting Han, and Han just dies.
The top 4 did not want to be on Twitch.
Yeah.
So I played a game of X-Wing versus Attack Wing on the Twitch stream.
Any board cubes around, or is that before the board cube?
We didn't. The guy busted out a starter set, so I took the list I'd been flying, and then someone commented on the points discrepancy between the scales. So I then added Whisper and Core and Horn.
Yep. Do you still lose?
No, I won actually.
Nailed
He got the Stress Hog.
Yep.
And I Whisper and Core and Horn combined to kill I think a Klingon thing. He got a little aggressive with his Klingon. He 7 dice to the Stress Hog.
I don't know anything about Attack Wing other than apparently the balance isn't quite there. But
isn't quite is doing it a lot of favors when you describe it like that.
We'll be kind. But the other thing is I'm not a fan of the smaller ship models, but the Deep Space Nine is fantastic looking. My dad's a huge Star Trek fan,
so
and I got him for Christmas, and he's like, "What is this?" I don't care. I love it.
My father has Star Trek models all over his every flat surface in our house, pretty much that's raised. Besides the Monty Python penguin on his TV,
of course.
So for Force Friday, I stood in line and bought a large Podameron's T70 with my brother. Someone jacked or I lost my Podameron at Worlds. But my father agreed to let us hide the X-Wing, sort of hide it in plain sight. So I have this giant X-Wing next to these Micro Machine Star Trek ships. Took my stepmother 3 months to notice it, which was hilarious.
Because she never looked at that stuff. I didn't say, I hate this stuff. All right, so we actually might have shots in this upcoming turn.
Yep, and this is actually a good move because he can...
One turn.
Yeah, it's a green one turn for him here.
To all the form posters out there, when you see this, no, there are no rebels in the top 8. Please cause a fuss on the forums. Yeah, everyone acts surprised. No one's surprised. Zero surprise. Unfortunately, I know Richard. Did Richard end up? Yeah, he ended up winning his 2 games today. So he was 3-2 with like a rebel jank list.
Yeah.
But he missed. He landed with me like somewhere between 9th and 16th. Got his counter net though.
Yeah.
Those things are. If you're into selling X-Wing stuff, that's going to be worth a pretty penny for them.
Yeah,
I'm using it though. Gotta drop.
I usually like to keep the mementos, but I think that's the one thing I would flip, just because the one bummer about the counters net for those of you at home. It doesn't have any indication of where you want it on it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a bummer.
Oh, I'll make sure people know when I drop it on them. This is from Origins, wrecked. Enjoy your no actions and ion tokens.
So my buddy who's trying to bring me food left without his badge because he's bad at things. So I'm going to go run a badge to the door.
All right. I'll keep your seat warm. All right. So this is one of those situations where I can't say I've ever seen Tell and Manaru both with Gonk duke it out. But it looks like Bryan is going for the 1-turn block here. It's a really hard block to make because with your 1 turn, the large ship base does not move very far. Like the back left corner overlaps the front left corner. Oh, taking a barrel roll, so I might just be totally wrong. Trying to take a barrel roll at least. Doesn't look like it's going to clear from here, but we're at an angle, so what do I know? Nope. The right thing, apparently. So we'll have to see what action he chooses here. Welcome back.
A couple brief updates before I make it to the door. Duncan Howard actually does still have his shuttle.
Oh, does he? I'm just blind. All right.
And
it's all right. This isn't live. Twitch chat can't yell at me.
Preston won his game.
Okay. Thank you. So that's actually a big deal for Duncan. If he has a shuttle alive, I assume I would have been told if the Inquisitor had died, so he probably only took a shield or 2. And the Inquisitor is a scary ship if your name's Sunterfell, because when he gets behind you, unless you can get really fancy with some maneuvering around obstacles, he's never getting out from behind you. 1-turn bump here, so nice move from Bryan. Which means we're probably going to play another long while of 3-bank barrel roll Gonk wing. I've heard 0 gonks from either player, which is disappointing. After the game, I know Derek loves dropping some gonks. I'll ask him for his best gonk. Hey, Richard. How'd it go? Nice. Oh, you haven't started yet? I was like, that's a fast game. How many X-Wings do you have in that tray? Oh, okay. Oh, geez, okay. Nice. Blue Angels going out. Oh, whoa. Yep. So you got some nachos and some chicken. That's what I'm doing after this, man.
Yeah, it's kind of a shared platter. We're going to just go at it.
Is your friend not coming in? Oh, there he is.
I felt I had a solemn duty to continue commentating at a low level.
I was saying, like, I assume Bryan's going for a block here, but I don't know what the right thing. I've never seen this in-game before.
And actually, so one of the interesting thought processes or tactics that occurs is...
Oh, I'll grab some food afterwards, but thank you.
Bryan, because he's at the lower pilot skill, he can't do it indefinitely because of the nature of the ships.
Yeah, and there's not very many maneuvers he can do here. You can turn right or 3-bank left, and that's it.
But he can continuously try to reinitiate blocks.
Yep.
And regen Gonk while not being shot.
Yep, and just run it to time. But on time, That Dengar has to be worth more than that Bossk. I didn't do the math.
How?
Yeah. Well, no, then the Bossk
Oh,
that
yeah,
died.
yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what the bids are or anything, but... So, I don't know. I mean, you know, getting the range 1 block is obviously correct.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so there's the 3 bank, or 3 straight. Okay.
Yep.
We'll have to see if Derek called it and does the 1 turn left here, or he might even just do a 2 sloop left. Turns out white sloops are pretty good. But if he can get behind Manaru, then he's in a good spot.
Yes.
And Bryan's done a great job of keeping him out of there, but
And that,
let's see
that
how long
would pretty
he
much
can
knock out Bryan's. Well, we'd be able to sleep off, I
Yeah,
suppose.
but then, you know, then you're sloop and jousting, which is not what you want. Hey, how'd it go?
I got crossed.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. Who were you playing? You were playing Jeff? You're welcome to come join us here if you want, or if you want a break. More power to you. Feeling any better?
Kind of really dopey.
Gotcha.
So Derek checks out.
Yeah, he's out. Interesting. I guess he knows he wins on time and he doesn't care about his MOV, so there's no reason to push the issue. I'm going to go double check that Derek wins on MOV, but for him to not win on MOV, there's no way he would have made that move.
I think it's okay.
Okay, yeah, it's not even close. That tell is worth way, way, way more than the mana room. That tell is worth almost as much as Dengar was. It's 30 points base, plus 12 for punishing 1 before anything else even comes in.
Even as party bus, Bossk is kind of efficient.
Yeah, well, I mean, because it's just the concussion missiles, 3 crew, and guidance chips. That's it.
All those bounty hunters were a great addition to Scum.
Yep, I love
They really
the cheap
improved their
screw,
ability
yeah.
to deal with aces.
Yep, and that was the big problem with Scum has been no aces. You don't have any aces, and there's no way to deal with aces. You know, like you had 4 TLTYs, and then everyone figured out auto thrusters are pretty good. But now, I mean,
not only that, but anyone talented enough to
yeah. And then TLT
really
came
start
around, and now
laying
it's
them.
2 evades a turn instead of just 1 per shot.
and I think anyone talented enough to play them in a manner like say really start laying in the blocks.
Yep.
4 TLTs is kind of boring. It's not fun to play with even. You kind of are running the slot machine.
Yeah, I back when that was a big thing, I ran 4 TLTs in practice games just to help people, like, all right, you're going to run into this, you got to be ready for it. And it's just soul crushing to play. I mean, I know there's people out there that like it, but I'm not one of them. So, both players, actually, surprisingly, Bryan barrel rolled close, rolled in, so he's going to take this 1 turn. And we're going to watch the exact same thing happen in reverse. I
think at this point, if you're Bryan, you almost do just need to keep shooting.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
variance.
Yeah, variance has got to save you here. There's no other way out. Yeah, barrel roll up. Probably push focus because he's at full shields. Just double check our audio levels really quick. It looks good. All right. Hey Preston, how'd it go? Oh, spoilers, I got it. I heard that you won, but when I walked over there, it was like 2 FOs versus your list, so I assumed that was good news.
Yeah, I killed the last one.
Just conceded. Nice. 100-0. I mean, MOV doesn't matter, but just straight 100-0 win. Fancy.
I had 10 health left on Wicked.
Oh, wow. So a convincing win. I heard you changed out Usain for Rebel Captive.
And I threw Intel on
Intelligent.
Whisper.
Is that paid off today and yesterday?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think there was one game I lost where Izard would have been better.
Yeah.
And it was versus Dash and the Ghost.
I heard people are playing Dash. I saw 0 dashes out today and yesterday. Like I didn't even see them on tables. Gotcha. I guess I'm just blind.
I saw a whole bunch of people with them in their boxes during setup yesterday. Didn't play a single one. I didn't see anyone I knew playing one.
I played one of my opponents. I'm so bad at names. I forgot his name already. He had the.
I didn't realize there was a second opponent, Jake Kyle's floating around. I think he did better than I did, though.
But there was a what, the PS3's Scumsy with a cloaking device and concussion missiles and guidance chips I played against. The world's scariest blocker. Not even he knows if he's going to be able to block me next turn. That plus a party bus was the scary thing to play against with Fel. But if you're good at rolling green dice, it's fine, was the lesson I learned.
That's a skill?
Yeah, I've been practicing my dice
You'll
rolls
have
for
to
a while.
teach me.
Yeah. If you sacrifice children to your dice. Oh, that's easier. Good call.
Again, why we're watching and not playing.
Yep. Let me move the mic away from the food a little bit. There we go. So actual fire being exchanged.
Likely ineffectual.
That was Flechette Torps from Manaroop. It's just 3 dice, but you know it's the extra 3 dice once. No guidance chips, so just 2 hits.
No stress, thanks to Tel's high hull count.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's how it works. There's Derek's pain bot. Jesus Christ. Both are at 3 shields. Both have more shields than I could count on Gonk.
No face down cards either?
Nope, no face down cards.
Actually, I'm surprised by the Gonk activation, because doesn't a Gonk crit, or not Gonk, pain bot do face down to both?
No, it just does the damage.
Okay. I, for some reason, thought it wamped yourself.
No, that would be hilarious. But Derek can't do the white soup. I mean, he can do it, but he's stressed, so he really doesn't want to here. And that's the maneuver he really wants to take. Though really, I mean, a 1 straight is just as fine. He's a turret. He's not too worried about it. There are no big ships that can take auto thrusters that aren't IGs yet, thankfully. No big ships with turrets that can take auto thrusters. I don't know if I'm ready for that world.
That'd be pretty terrible.
Unless you like playing big ships with turrets and auto thrusters, then it'd be fantastic.
Something like that wouldn't be horrible.
Yeah.
Make it a rebel ship, bring them back.
Bring back, make Rebels great again. So 3 bank.
Is that gonna be a Donald
he
Trump
might have.
campaign?
Yeah.
Make Rebels
I'll make a Donald Trump one of those ships to go with the Decimator.
People ask
It'll
me,
be
are the
great.
rebels in trouble all the time? And I say to them, look, rebels are a faction. We know that. Rebels are a faction, and they're not winning right now. When I'm in, rebels are going to win all the time. They're going to get sick of winning. Paul Heaver, he's going to win worlds twice a year, both with rebels.
It's too bad the rescheduling for Worlds that it didn't end up at the same year, because we could have someone win Worlds twice within a 1 year period, because it's in November and then early next year, right?
Well, I thought we were having 2 in the calendar year.
Oh, it might be. I don't know.
I sort of thought
One's
that
in
was
November.
that was our best chance for a non-Paul Worlds now that Doug is retired. Doug, by the way, a lot of people like to go, oh, what have you done for me lately? And Doug's retired. Doug, despite being retired, is the last person to defeat Paul at Worlds.
Come on, step it up, everyone else. So if you're Paul here, I think you just never go to Worlds again. That would be my play.
Yep.
Sorry, it's too easy. I'm not interested. I already have my shield tokens for Poe. I don't know what else.
The honorable thing and just step down and let somebody else.
The honorable thing.
You can't tell someone not to compete though.
Oh, Painbot rolled a hit. If only you could Painbot off of Painbot, then we might actually see an end of this game.
Really, what we need to do is tap into whatever dark forces Paul manipulates at Worlds.
Yeah. Well, now Duncan has joined the Dark Force manipulators, it looks like.
Well, and he explained to me that it's something about sacrificing children in his basement.
That's what I do for dice. It works pretty well.
Right, that was
highly recommend it. Yeah.
He must have done it all back when he had the goatee.
Yeah. So please don't report me to the police. Nobody wanted those children. They were extra. I need the evade results. I mean, eyes are fine too. gonna go check on the Pal Pace mirror happening. Go check on the Dark Lords.
Pay better attention this
They're
time.
still going on.
Yes.
Duncan was ahead last we checked with an actual kill on the shuttle,
All right.
which I think if you're Duncan is the right call. Duncan has the initiative, so Ron's reacting to him. So I think you need to take his advantage away from him any way you can.
I would look to use my shuttle to block Sunter and then block him off. But I'm not sitting at that table. So my advice is honestly good.
Finished 19th. Mod win. Full win. Full win.
So the shuttles are actually dead now. Both shuttles are down. Duncan's taking the upper hand. He still is at full health on Fel, one shield off the Inquisitor. I just saw Ron Brandon's Inquisitor go down to one hull, and his Fel's also untouched.
Which means
Changed my pairing for today.
the onus is on Ron to kill a ship.
Yeah,
Because in the event of a tie,
yeah, Duncan wins,
which
which is a big deal when it's just aces left.
we were discussing while you're away
Which is
that Duncan made the right call taking out that shuttle first.
Yeah, it's usually the right call in that matchup. It's hard with the sensor jamming, but and the
And actually-
Inquisitor's scary, always scary. Every single shot from the Inquisitor has you clinching a little bit.
Duncan's Inquisitor will always get its action done,
Yep.
unless Duncan makes a mistake.
And Suture Fel is a good blocker for Suture Fel. I mean, obviously you want to win that initiative roll or pass it to your opponent, but it's not as bad as you initially think. I'm gonna come. Jeremy's gonna walk over here and be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you won that! It's such a massive disadvantage," and he's gonna just call me straight up wrong. But it's not such a bad die roll to lose. If you're confident in your blocking ability, you can do pretty well.
Duncan actually on one of the earlier turns set up a great block on Ron's Inquisitor, and he got it looked like dice kept him out of it, but he got an out of arc shot, range 2 or 3 with his Sunter against a bumped Inquisitor.
Nice.
I mean, that's the power of Auto Thruster's Palp. Is
Yeah.
Ron? I'm sure that's what
You
happened.
can get one free bailout per turn. But sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes you roll 3 greens and you only have the auto thrusters and Palpatine, and you lose your
Carter in one
your
shot.
stealth device. Yeah, you take the major explosion direct hit. It's happened to me too, and it sucks. Probably karma catching up with us, to be fair, though.
That's what happens when you fly shieldless fighters.
Yeah, all those donations I made of my tournament board this year.
It's so nice of you to donate tournament points, though. So these are the only 2 games going left. Small crowd gathered around the Ron and Duncan game. And Preston and some friends are sitting off to the side, not paying attention at all to this game.
Well, in their defense, I would reckon this is
Oh
mostly
yeah.
decided.
No. There's
That's certainly one of the most exciting things or most fun
Yeah.
things about X-Wing is going out and meeting people.
Oh yeah. And pretty much everyone's fantastic.
Yeah.
I've had no bad experiences meeting.
Except the Howard brothers. On
Yeah,
the
those
internet.
guys are jerks.
I have met an X-Wing personality that really I thought poorly of in person. I won't name him here.
Was it
But
me? I don't.
no.
I'm not a personality, so you can call me out.
I will
Chris
not.
Allen.
I will
hate
not.
that guy.
But it was it was almost jarring because up to that point, I have met everyone.
Yeah,
I
I
had
just
the
assumed everybody's
luxury.
going to be awesome at this point.
I've had the luxury of meeting Paul Heaver. I met Jeff Burling here today briefly. I've met Doug. Doug is a fantastic guy in person. I get to play in the same store with Nathan Eide. Spilled beer aside, Dallas Parker was a great guy. So yeah, it's been
Never
really.
going to drop it.
No,
gonna drop it.
never.
Wow.
It's like an $8 beer at Worlds, man. And then I had to go the rest of that game sober.
Yep, that's terrible.
That's
That's like a crime against humanity.
I'm watching
Nobody
Nathan
can
set up
do it.
against Paul, and Dallas knocks my beer over. And I'm like, this is a bad omen.
It's all over now. I can't play sober.
I can't watch this game sober.
Yep.
I'm not an adult with a healthy viewpoint on the world.
No.
Really good happened.
A target lock happened. I think I'm out of things to fill that air with.
So, let me go over a complete list of the people who don't play X-Wing that I hate.
Is that a... No. I was like, is it a K turn? Is it a 4K? That's not. Is it the restrict?
I will say this, X-Wing players, do yourself a favor. If you're going to a large event, refamiliarize yourselves with even some of the more obscure cards that you haven't played. Most notably, I can't tell you how many people this tournament season I've had to re-explain Karner Jax to.
Everybody loves to forget Karner Jax, when it's in your favor at least. Like, oh, you have Karner Jax. All right,
Well,
yes,
then I have to
focus.
be the bad guy because I zone out for a second because I have terrible ADD and I'm a moron.
You're like, oh, you
And,
can't. Just...
oh, you can't spend that focus. Oh, why'd you let me take it? I spaced a bad.
Yeah, like...
More obnoxious was playing tacticians because since your opponent has to put their stress token out there.
Yeah, before, like, after you attack.
Yeah.
You have to keep reminding them sometimes.
And
Because it's hard to hear
forces-
people. Like, it's
it
not like
almost-
they're like, I'm not doing it. They just forget, I can't hear you, whatever.
It almost forces you to be the bad guy. Like,
In Green Bay, I was playing Miranda with the tactician on board. I thought I had called it, but I was two against one. They didn't hear me call it. It's like not just my opponent, but one other person.
well, and it's not a you may, so it's like as long as the game state changes, it says after performing attack.
Yeah.
So if for some, there's some obscure spots where if you shoot a Sumpter Fell,
Pain
he's
bot
gonna get
does
those-
damage. That guy might be the highest damage upgrade in
I
this game
played
by a lot.
one Pain Bot and it was money against me. It just wrecked me.
My opponent's Pain bot rolled 9 blanks in a row. He was not happy about
That
it.
was my play test with Pain Bot. I looked at Pain Bot and I looked at Orlon and I was like, oh, there's this great little antagonizing control thing building up in Scum, and I played Pain Bot and like I tried it on a Y-Wing and it was like against Tie Swarm, so it was like every turn I get to use it and just nope.
I have to forward a picture. I told everyone back home that I wasn't going to get any notable result because I would have to go 3-0 today to do anything. And then they changed the tournament format, so I did. So I got to send them a picture of some Connor nets so they can know fear in the near future. It's no longer normal Connor nets. Now it's fancy Connor nets.
So thoughts on what Death Earth and Death Air might be in or fly?
What?
Death Earth and
Oh.
Death Air.
Boo. Death Love. Or Death Heart, sorry.
Just full Captain Planet.
Yep.
I saw a pretty amusing
I'd
picture
play
of
Death Heart. He heals your ships. Maybe.
of 4 benders from the Avatar world with different tie variants photoshopped onto their head accordingly. By the way, FFG, if you're listening, that's an endorsement. Please make Death Earth and Death
Yes.
Air happen.
I will play a squad of all of them, especially if there's an upgrade you can give every ship to Death in its name that will replace your whole squad with Captain Death.
Death.
Yes,
Enters
Death
the
Death.
bill.
Mega Death.
If we can fit all 4 of them stripped down, even better. We could try commenting in offensive accents the rest of the game.
That's true. That seems like a good idea. I don't
works
see any
for,
way that ends badly. I don't want to have to go
back
through
to
this
dials
video
that
and
does that?
I don't know. I do want an ASA cutout. I didn't write them a letter and really should have. Did you catch that competition? It was...
The letter that won it was...
I could have out-lettered that letter, but they wouldn't have read it on air, so I don't know if it would have counted. That's pretty good. That's a good competition. Where did that picture go? Here it is. Here it is, Jeremy. Oh, you said
Well,
no, they went to go get food.
I'll go get us a update on the Palp Off, which is the only other remaining game. Ron's Inquisitor is dead.
Okay, so we got it. And and Duncan still got his regional on the Inquisitor?
Duncan's Inquisitor shields down.
Oh, he's out of regional
But
wins.
Ron's
If he wins another regional in the meantime, does he get it on the Inquisitor?
I think I'll have to run a shield upgrade on Suter and place a stealth device.
So I started recording probably 10-ish minutes into the round, so we're about out of time. So that means Duncan's very unlikely to lose that game.
Even all things aside, is Suter look clean?
Yep. Like, you know, he can lose the Inquisitor and still win. He can not lose Fel and still win, but that one is unlikely.
And mad props to Duncan, because that takes some really good flying.
Let me show him where the X went. Did you find the dials and everything okay? Or?
Huh?
You know where the dials are in there? Yeah, the X-Wing's in there.
As I was saying, mad props to Duncan, because that is
that's not a good matchup.
Losing the initiative, he had to play at a strong disadvantage. So I had antagonized Duncan and Jeremy about that previously, because Jeremy proved his mettle playing 4 accurate blues last year.
Yeah.
We had to spend a lot of time predicting his opponent's dials, but Duncan showed he can do it too.
Yeah, it's if you're like confident in your blocking and like predicting what your opponent's going to do game, Pal Paces is the list for you. Sometimes you're just in your opponent's head the whole game and you block every single one of their ace moves and you just trash them and they never had a chance. And it feels real bad when it happens to you. Oh, uploaded the wrong picture.
Derek's large go-to-church sign on the side of his Bossk, staring back at me, reminding me that I won't be leaving until tomorrow morning.
Yep.
And I will once again be missing church because of X-Wing.
And also,
Listen to Bus, you're going to hell. Oh yeah, instead of missing the Father's Day event.
I actually went to...
Where's an FFG? Give us Darth Vader Luke's. I want him.
I actually was at FFG Game Center on Mother's Day playing X-Wing, so...
Did they do an event for that as well? Or?
No. My parents are divorced, so I figure this is fitting that I miss both to keep things balanced.
Gotta keep it even. Alright, let's try this whole picture posting business again.
We've got some pewing. I'm going to go just take a quick look at the health situation. There's a large crowd gathered and looking on intently. I don't think we've missed anything.
No, I don't think so either. I think it's just the last game that's not effectively decided. Well, it is.
Nothing particularly notable. That Painbot drops the last of Manaru's shields, while Tell has one left after the crit dealt the damage to both of them.
So, and we're flying away to Gonk more shields, and the round clock is, there have to be just a couple minutes left on it. I don't know how many minutes exactly, but...
maybe to make it worth it, Gonk should have given you 2 shields from that card back.
For those of you that can't quite hear Ryan joined in the background, Ryan Champo, Green Bay store champion. He made day 2 here as well. I actually am going to argue with you, Ryan, that I think the prevalence of Gonk that we're seeing here proves that the card was good enough. There were a lot of people, I think, upset when it didn't interface with experimental interface.
Sorry, I think we missed a concession there. So, looks like...
The body language certainly says as much.
Yeah, so Derek gonna take it, which is not too surprising based on point situation there, but congrats to Derek.
Try and push Derek's Bossk into the center camera for us.
He'll like that. We'll have Derek come over and talk in a minute too. I'm used to having to say like, oh hey Twitch chat, I'm gonna mute things for a minute, we'll be back in a second. This is easy, I can edit this later.
Yeah.
I can talk about, how much I hate Twitch chat and everything, they'll never know.
That's the great thing about the internet, is all the stupid things I've said here, you can just edit right out.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna forget to, by the way. It's gonna go up, and everyone's gonna know what you said about those people.
That's been the great thing about the podcast lately.
There it is, go to church.
I think every podcast I've listened to, they've said, oh, well, we can edit this out later, and they've got it live on the podcast.
Yeah. Presumably there's something they actually did edit out. Oh, Derek just went to go check out the Pal Faces mirror.
Yeah, Derek confirmed he won. I read the match, like 57-43.
Yep, that sounds about right.
So a full win.
Yep, and if one of them gotten half points, the other one would have gotten half points because... if Bryan had gotten half points on Tell definitely got half points. Yep. Unless some ungodly dice things happen. So Bryan played it out, props for that. It's definitely a rough matchup. So Dengar died there, that's not what he wanted to happen.
So during our discussion with the Jumpmaster earlier, one thing that occurred to me is it's one of the few ships that we see a lot in competitive play and all of its deviations.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
a platform. You can put whatever you want on it. There's bump masters, there's Dengars, there's your standard U-boats.
Manaru support, tanky Tell.
And then there's also, on top of that, nothing wrong with spending extra on it because you're gonna get your points worth out.
Yeah, it's definitely a little under. I think it's telling that we see it in all those formats that it's a little undercosted.
Yep.
But it shows good on the community and their abilities. I'm going to exclude myself from this because I clearly don't. To find just a lot of great ways to load out that ship.
Because it's like, you saw everyone proclaiming the end of X-Wings, like, oh, U-boats have killed X-Wing, like everybody go home. It's like, no,
Well, they certainly did what the Rebellion never could.
X-Wing, yes.
They did what the Empire never could, which was crush the Rebellion.
Sore point, sir. Sore point.
Something I will admit to having trouble with is whenever they release a new wave that gives me a lot of trouble is even I kind of fall for that trap of the sky is falling, and that's something you have to fight back against, that instinctual, that knee-jerk reflex of just, you're in trouble. What you like is not gonna, just because what you like isn't gonna fly the next wave,
And even if we're playing Jumpmaster 5000 Wing, at least it's different Jumpmaster 5000 builds. It's not everybody's playing 3 U-boats and winning, like, oh, I want initiative. Yes, right. I'm so good.
John Grasser actually made a really great comment in a previous conversation with him. He said he actually thinks the meta is really healthy, and I had to at least think about it because John's a smart guy. And what I sort of realized is, while it pains me as a Rebel loyalist and, someone who wears a Wedge Antilles t-shirt routinely and brings an action figure with them, if you think about it in a way, Rebels and Scum have sort of flip-flopped from last year, where you do see these dash lists, and you see the occasional off-the-wall Rebel list, the same way we'd see Brobots and the occasional off-the-wall Scum list. I think the only big issue is that I think last year where we were seeing something like a 40-40 or 45-40 split between Rebels and Imperials with Scum taking up the rest.
Now it's Rebels
Scum,
are kind of the filler.
Well, and I don't think Scum is winning at the rate that Rebels were either, which is sort of where this backlash has been. Scum hasn't just picked up their win rate Scum has picked up their win rate dramatically, but Imperials have as well, both at the expense of Rebels, unfortunately. In that,
I'm gonna go get a good gonk. Hey Derek, come give me a good gonk. Give me your best gonk. Give me your best gonk. What do you got?
Oh, hold on. We've got Derek Tokaz, who just won that game. Again, send him alcohol. He was 10th at Roanoke.
How many times you used gonk? Yeah, total.
And Derek would also like you to remind you to go to church. But here's Derek with his best gonk.
Hi, I'm Gonk. I'm going to put some shields on your
Boo!
ship.
Boo!
Stunning. I thought there was a real Gonk droid right next to us. I'm looking for one. I'm told they don't exist in this universe.
Gonk.
Thank you, Derek.